Well, Peter, there are so many times I just wanted to jump in and say so much of what you're saying is unbelievably profound. Not only have you tapped into the essence, the true meaning of what it means to be alive. Music, okay, this is a long road. We
Mm,
get old,
hmm
stuff happens, we have
hmm
accidents, we get sick. We
hmm
start off in one mindset thinking this is the goal, this is the ride, this is what it means. And then you learn, albeit the hard way, because life is hard, life is
Right.
difficult. And we understand, okay, hopefully some of us get to that place where it isn't about all that other stuff. I don't know. That's like, so I can't even see it from where you're sitting. You understand what I'm
Mm,
saying to you? So all of the wonderful work that you have done and have established, that was all part of this. It's all part of your own growth and your own journey. And what you're manifesting now, right here in this interview, and I'm watching you as you speak, is I see your life not getting smaller, but getting huge,
no, thanks.
reaching out. You mentioned something about, you can do the lesson without playing the guitar. Of course you can, because you're the music. The
Right.
guitar was your instrument. Yeah, it was something you used, but without you, that would never have happened. So all the music takes place in here. A
Yeah.
lot of people
Thank you, man.
identify
No,
with
it's
their
powerful.
instrument, man. They identify like, this is my shit, man. My
Right.
horn, man. You know what I mean? This is
Right.
this. No, man, that ain't what it is. It's what it did to you. The music is the teacher,
hmm
and it carved you, it guided you, it made you.
Right.
You you
Right.
you used the music to become the greatest person you could be. And
Well,
your music is an example of that.
you gave me the greatest gift of all, Nora, because I think, I don't identify myself as a religious person. I at best could call myself a Jutheist.
Yeah.
But I think,
Spiritual, you're spiritual.
but I will say, yes, I consider myself to be very spiritual, and I appreciate that, the thought that, that the, I'm not really playing the music is playing me, and I think you just really put it into words, and that was really powerful what you just said, because as
Oh,
much as I still have gotten out of my own way, and like let what's inside be the thing. Yeah, I mean, there's just constant layers of that ego and extra stuff to shed, and to just really be all about that inside thing. So yes, this has definitely been like a path to my inside for sure. And yeah, if I could sit, and do a TED talk, or do, whatever it is, talk to people in a way and get them to talk, about this stuff, and it can be a way to just shed layers of self that are standing in the way, I would be delighted. I mean, that's
Peter, now you have so much more to give. Now you have, it's almost like, it's mind-boggling how much you have to give now. And it
thanks.
and it serves the highest of purposes. And your
Thank
music's
you.
part of it. It's all intertwined. So you
Yeah.
have now, you're the this is it. You're the complete package.
Mhm.
And now you are being used, as far as I'm concerned, by the universe to help others in ways that you never dreamed imaginable.
Yeah.
So I see your life opening up, not getting smaller. And what you have
Yeah.
to give is so valuable. And
Well,
how you
thank you.
handled it is so valuable. I mean, I'm tearing up over here.
Thank
I'm
you, Nora.
serious. It's moving beyond words.
Well, thank you. I'm touched and honored for those tears, because I think the frequency you ring on all the time, which is why you're such an amazing person. I wouldn't say that I was ever shallow. I mean, I always was drawn to deep thinking and deep feelings, but I think this, I still feel like, wow, is what Nora's saying true? Like, that's
Yeah,
really where it's at, like, even though I know it, I'm still afraid of it,
yeah.
so, but you remind me to not to be brave and to
You
trust.
are brave, my friend. You are brave. You know, I consider myself a survivor of life and a brave person. I always reach for the higher
Oh,
ground,
you've done so. I
get
won't
something
digress what I
positive.
know that you've shared, but I know you've been through a lot.
Yes, and I don't wear it as a badge. It isn't about
Mm.
any of that kind of stuff for me.
Right,
But
right.
no, you've really, in something that came on you, like it did. no advance notice.
I was
Yeah,
completely down.
but to have mastered your way through this as you have in such a positive way, and that's why you're healing the way you are.
Thank
That's
you.
why you're
I'm
getting
thankful
better.
to music. I'm thankful to music for
Yeah,
this experience because I think, to be a, a musician, a jazz musician, improvising musician, it's like, you have to do a lot of work. You have to be tough and disciplined, and you have to also be open and vulnerable. And, had I not been, so steeped in all of those, areas, I could have just fought this thing like crazy. And I don't think I would be where I, uh, am at now if I was resisting it. There was no way to resist this, and it had to involve surrender. So, and I learned that hard work and surrender combined from music for sure. I mean, I'll learn about it the
ah,
rest of my life.
thank you, Peter, man, and I'm so glad you're with us. And I, as always, having your friendship and your beautiful family and knowing you has
Right.
been the delight.
Thank you for being so supportive of mine, and to all the folks who may be listening to this over segments. Thank you so much for being open to hearing about my life and this conversation. And then, if you want to find me on Facebook or Instagram, or tell me who you are, and get to know each other, I'm around. And it's a dear friend of mine, Dave Bricker, who's an amazing public speaker and speaking coach, who really helped me grow a lot of my online classes because he's a lifelong guitarist and took a lot of the classes. So he started a GoFundMe on my behalf. So you can look me up under my name on GoFundMe. To those of you who can imagine, more musicians waking up with your hands being numb for 6 weeks, and and kind of changing your life, thank you for investing in this thing. Certainly don't want people to feel pressure, but yes, I mean, so many musicians, great musicians. I have to say, there's I don't think musicians are ultimately competitive, especially in New York. I mean, it's too hard, but it's tough, and you don't always get a chance to bond with people. But every single guitarist who I know and respect and name in the business, donated to the campaign, called me on the phone and said, Peter, we love what you do and we need you out here. And that just was so powerfully moving to me. So, to those of you who may still want to be a part of that, I thank you for helping. That would be amazing. I speak on behalf of my family who you're hearing milling about here. But all right, everybody, Nora, our personal conversation to be continued, but this completes a
Absolutely.
really beautiful chapter of this, online conversation. So
Yes, absolutely.
to be continued.